I so desperately want to go back to sleep. So it's been quite some time that I have not been very happy with my daily routine. I wake up at 8, 8:30, very quickly take a bath, do the bare minimum of my daily yogic practices, and then rush through my day, start working by 9, 9:30. But last day I saw a video by Ankur Wariqoo on how he plans his week, where he also talks about how his daily routine looks like. And I thought, okay, let me give it a try. So for next 7 days, I'm going to try Ankur Warikoo's daily routine. For those of you who don't know, Ankur Wariqoo is the co-founder of nearby.com. He stepped down as the CEO in 2019, and since past 2 years he is a full-time content creator. And in just 2 years, he has become a household name for every Indian youth. He's a prolific content creator who manages a team of, I guess, 11 people and produces very contextual content for each of the major platforms. And he gets so much done because his routine allows him to do that. I'll link the video below where he talks about how he plans his day, how his morning routine looks like, and how his whole day goes. But in this video, I'm going to tell you about how my routine looks like that has been inspired from how he plans out his day. So he wakes up at 4:35. So I will also wake up at 5, not 4:30. It's slightly too early for me. And then I'll begin with sipping a glass of water as he does. And then I'll brush my teeth, go to the loo, take a bath, and all other things. At 5:30, I'll sit down for my yoga. My yoga comprises of two practices. One is Shambhavi Mahamudra, which is kind of a meditative practice, and the other is Surya Kriya. Combined, it takes me around 1 hour to do both the practices. So that is what I will do from 5:30 to 6:30. 6:30 to 7, I'll make some tea or coffee for myself and for my mother if she has woken up. And then I'll go to my terrace where my mother plant some plants, and I like, just after my meditation, when I'm feeling extremely calm and peaceful, I like to sit by those flowers and those plants and enjoy my hot beverage. As one of the quotes by a person whose name I can't pronounce says, drink your tea slowly and reverently, as if it is the axis on which the world revolves, slowly, evenly, without rushing towards the future. On usual days, I will have my first beverage while I have already started working. But since I'll have some time, I'll take full 30 minutes to enjoy my beverage and to enjoy the post meditation calm with those plants in my terrace. Then 7 to 8, I will go out and have my breakfast. There are some very nice roadside food vendors which serve very delicious breakfast. And because I never wake up, I can never go and explore those shops. So chola bhatura, puri sabzi, bun butter, Maggi. I look forward to having that 1 hour every day to go around my town and explore new places to eat breakfast. By 8 p.m. I'll come back, and from 8 to 8:45 I'll read. So I bought my Kindle some time ago, and every one of my friends made fun of me for spending so much money on a device which just lets you read. But I really wanted to, because I really wanted to build a reading practice, but I haven't been able to read a lot on it. So yeah, that is something I'm trying to schedule and incorporate in my morning routine. And then from 8:45 to 9:30 I will write. I will write fiction. And then finally at 9:30 I'll start my work, just like Ankur does. And by now I will have spent 4 hours of me time trying to refuel myself, trying to prepare myself for the day. So my work comprises of two parts. One is my copywriting job at Project 33. The second is my side hustle, Planet of Disobedience. I work in 50 to 55-minute blocks followed by 5 to 10 minutes of break. I wish to dedicate first 4 blocks of my day to Project 33 to get done with everything that I absolutely must do. And then at 1:30 I'll have my lunch, which is a major improvement from 3:30 or sometime even later in the afternoon. So 1:30 to 2 I'll have my lunch, and then from 2 to 3:30, as Ankur does, it's free time. If I want, I can scroll Instagram all the time. I can take a nap. I can go do some household chore, or anything that I want to be doing, or that I should be doing. At 3:30 I'll come back, and from 3:30 to 6:30 I'll work on Planet of Disobedience. and if there is a course that I'm attending, or if there is a book that I'm reading, basically professional development stuff. At 6:30 I will call it a day and go have my dinner. From 6:30 to 7:30 I'll have my dinner, because I'm assuming it's too early for us as a household to have dinner so early. So I'm assuming I'll have to help my mother with something or the other. So I'm dedicating whole 1 hour to it. Then 7:30 to 9 it's again my free time. I can roam about my town, go out with my friends, or watch something on the YouTube or on Netflix or whatever it is that I want to. Because it's been more than 2 years since I left my full-time job, and I really miss the feeling of calling it a day and coming out of the office and then thinking what else can I do and being excited about it. And now, since I'm starting my day way earlier and much better than I have been doing, I really want to recreate that feeling for myself of having a particular time at which I close down my laptop and call it a day. And by 9:30 I'll be in bed, maybe meditate for 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll go to sleep. So that is the plan. Let's see how well I can execute it in the next 7 days. I so desperately want to go back to sleep. Not because I'm sleepy. It's just my body is not processing that it's time to get up yet. Thanks to waking up early, I have come to have puri sabzi at the local dhaba near my home. Out to explore a new place, a new breakfast, a new dish today. It's pretty awkward shooting these videos though. Everyone is watching. So it's just 6 p.m. and I'm already done with my day. It's an amazing feeling to be done with my, everything that I had planned for myself so early, because earlier I would be working till 8 or 9, and even then I would be dissatisfied with the amount of output I had produced that day. Okay, so let me review how my week went. Let's begin with discussing some of the roadblocks that I encountered. Number one is random obligations that come up sometimes during the evening. For example, last to last day I had to go for dinner at someone's place, and there was some obligation that I could not say no to it. So yeah, I think it will take me some time, 2-3 months of consistent practice before I have enough courage in my in whatever it is that I am doing, so that I can say no, I'm not coming because it's going against my routine. That has happened to my meditation. I have been meditating every single day since past 4 years. So now everyone who knows me, even slightly, knows that if he has to do his meditation, he is not going to get out. So I think some level of consistency has to come before we get some courage to say no to other things, to be able to pursue the thing that we really want to pursue. Then 6 p.m. is the time when we prepare some tea in our home and maybe have some snack with it. But trying to convince my mother to get some food, no matter what it is, if it is just roti and morning's sabzi, or late nights, last night's sabzi, I don't care. I just need some food to keep this routine going. But to convince my mother to have this thing ready for me by 6:30 was a struggle in its own, because she is not used to getting the food ready so early. But yeah, she has been seeing that I am waking up and I'm having a much more productive day. So slowly that problem is getting solved. A big problem in my morning routine is the gap between my meditation and when I sit down to work. So my meditation, especially the Shambhavi Mahamudra, is very, very potent. After that, I'm literally transformed into a different dimension of my intelligence. If I'm sitting down to do some routine work, I will do 4 hours of work in 2.5 hours, or even in 2 hours. If I'm doing some creative work, creative ideas would come to me as if they are appearing from some other universe. But since in this routine there is like 2.5 hours of gap between the time I do my meditation and when I sit down to work, by that time most of my post meditation intelligence, the spark has already faded out. I'm still very peaceful, I'm still very calm, but kind of that magic is gone. So moving forward, I'm thinking of cutting down that time, maybe have my meditation, have my beverage, and then sit down to work, and then add some more me time and some more exercise time in the evening instead. Finally, the good things. I feel like I have created 4 to 5 hours of more time every day, because earlier I would go to sleep by 1 a.m. or 12 a.m. and most of my evening time was wasted scrolling on Instagram, or just doing random shit that does not mean anything. So I have cut down the time. I sleep instead at that time, and then I wake up and get started with my day. So I'm getting more done productivity wise, and I'm feeling more fulfilled because I have more me time and time to do things that I really want to do. Another great benefit is I'm getting a lot of fiction writing done. And I'm even thinking of starting a second Instagram page where I just post my fiction. And it's really fulfilling to see that I can write so much by just spending 45 minutes every single day. Another benefit is the confidence I have gotten in myself. Earlier, I used to be very anxious. What if this happens? What if that happens? But now, since I have control over my day, control over my effort, I feel like whatever happens, let what has to happen happen. I'll still be able to put in the work and get the best out of it. So I feel more in control of my future and myself. Another great thing that has happened is, since I have fixed time for doing things, I can now allocate my days. So Saturdays are for content creation. Mondays are for team meeting, as Ankur does. I'm trying to plan my weeks as well, like he does, allocating one particular day for one major task. For example, shooting the videos, writing the posts, or meeting with the team, or reviewing all the content that has come up. Another great benefit that I am seeing is my family's habits are improving. Since last 2 days, my parents are sleeping by 9:30, 10. I have my dinner by 6:30, and they also have their dinner by 8, which is like 3 hours earlier, at least 3 hours earlier than what we used to do. So in just 1 week's time, not only my habits are improving, I can see it rubbing off on them also. So I'm super excited about that. Finally, thank you, Ankur, for putting out all the wonderful stuff that you put out. I would try to keep following this routine that I've built up. Obviously, I'll be tweaking it according to my needs. But yeah, that is how currently I'm spending my days.